Our question to you is, you were at the game last night. How did the Eagles defense prevent the Giants from being able to clinch a playoff berth?
I think a big part of it was the fact that their secondary really played exceptionally well, and that's not something that has happened all year. In particular, the corners. You saw Leotis McKelvin in the first half, in particular, matched up with Odell Beckham, which was just mind-numbing, to be honest, because he's had a really subpar year. But Malcolm Jenkins has been the stalwart as far as their safeties are concerned, and he's the leader back there, and he stepped up and made a couple of those plays in particular. As far as the pass rush is concerned, they got enough pressure on Eli to bother him. We have seen that before with Eli. It's not like they made life miserable for him all night, but certainly they did enough. I was just super impressed with how their secondary responded last night, considering it. In particular, the corner spot has been a weak area all season long.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Chris. What was impressive, too, they got the pressure on Eli without really doing a lot of blitzing. And it seemed like maybe Eli was a little puzzled. They must have done a great job of masking their fronts and their looks, because ordinarily, as we know, Eli can check out of that pretty quickly, and he wasn't doing that.
Yeah, what's funny about that, Michael, is that it's something that they want to do in Jim Schwartz's defense. The whole idea behind it is, if you can rush 4 and drop 7, and those 4 are going to be able to get the pressure on the quarterback, it's going to make life that much more difficult for them. And what's really funny is that was kind of the Giants' mentality, and also just a huge part of their success when they won Super Bowl 42 and 46 against the Patriots. If they were able to get pressure with 4, not blitz a ton, and drop 7 into coverage, and that's what Jim Schwartz wanted to do this year. That's what the Giants, frankly, want to do this year. But for the most part, they had not gotten enough pressure, the Eagles defense, through the course of the season, to be consistent in that regard. So there had been a lot of calls for them to blitz more. They did last week in particular, and also against the Redskins. Just last night, for whatever reason, and I think a big part of that reason was the Giants' offensive line, not exactly the hogs of the 80s, so to speak, from the Redskins, that gave them the opportunity to do that.